Welcome, and thank you for joining us for Creations of a Caged Bird, Volume 2. My name is Jeff Boone. I'm the founder and executive director of Shining Light. For the past 14 months, we've been reimagining our programming to create ways to interrupt the isolation of those in prison, people cut off from the world by the pandemic. This collaborative arts project is one of those ways. The video you're about to see is a result of creative exchanges between 10 courageous individuals inside and a number of professional artists outside. The project's also designed to enable incarcerated men and women to encourage their peers in prisons across the United States. Creating and sharing stories of hope is not only inspirational for viewers, but brings healing and purpose to the creators. This also provides a rare opportunity for people in society to get a glimpse of the world of the incarcerated. We want to thank our participants inside, our team of artists and collaborators, the staff and administrators of our partnering prisons, and our generous financial supporters. And thank you for coming.
You know, I've been locked up almost 10 years. You know, I'm sitting in prison collaborating with you guys about a song that's very near and dear and very personal. And I gotta say, this is probably the best day I've had in 10 years.
You know, I'm not a writer, you know what I mean, but I have ideas.
I can encourage anyone, including myself, how not to give up in the midst of whatever life is throwing your way. You know, and you don't have to be in jail to experience it. Everybody's going through something.
I turned that all negativity into a positive. Here I am today, on this date, talking to you from the chaplain's office, and we're trying to put something together. I mean, that's just a beautiful thing for me.
As broken as our world is, there's still so much light ahead.
There's a time for everything. Right now, I think this is the season that we are reaping and shining light. When the light shines, people want to walk into it.
Hello, I'm Marvin Lewis, former NFL head coach. I'm flattered to be able to greet you today and congratulate you for persevering through the pandemic and the social unrest that we are currently working through. I'm excited to support the Shining Light Project and all the awesome artists and participants in the program. When we face challenges and adversity, it's remarkable how overcoming this adversity makes us stronger and more resilient. So thank you for your support and participation. Please enjoy this wonderful program. God bless.
I was in my cell and I was pacing up and down, and I just had deep thoughts and thinking about my life. So this is what I wrote. This is my song.
Hey, Vaughn.
I gotta get out, I gotta see fam, I gotta get home. I ain't seen my kids in 12 years, I'm a changed man. I feel this chance to man up and be a man in myself, free in mind. Know I got shackles on my hands, still I'm free. You ain't free, yes I am. You ain't free, yes I am. Guilty when you arrive, and you'll be guilty when you leave. You ain't free. Feel this chance to man up and be a man in myself, free in mind. Know I got shackles on my hands. I had no family and friends and feeling left out. Pacing up and down my cell, I'm feeling stressed out. I feel the bridges are falling, I gotta get out the way. My heart is yearning for freedom, my soul is feeling the pain. That time is running out fast, we need to look for a change. I didn't notice the violence was the cause of these chains. I shouldn't never let my anger turn into a time bomb. Now 15 to 30 was given as outcome, and now my mission My mission is to make it home. I gotta make it in this world strong and make a song. Eyes closed, visualizing freedom, fighting these demons. Bending on my knees, praying to God, that's how I defeat them. Thinking about my wife and kids and how much I really need them. I will walk a million miles just to go out and see them. Life is difficult depending how you make it. You can't fake it. We need to do something right for the end of us on pavement.
I'ma be home soon, don't worry that, I'm there for them no matter what, if I'm in jail or not, that they could ask me anything, that no matter what, I'm still gonna be here, I'm still gonna be their dad, and I miss them.
They say the bridge is over, that's where my life has begun. We need to do something in life and stop being a bum. Stop selling these drugs, stop shooting these guns before you end up back in jail for doing something real dumb. You need to make a choice. Choose heaven or hell while you pacing and thinking, sitting all alone in your cell. You gotta get your head up, stop being fed up. You need to get up, you need to man up, chill. I gotta get out, I gotta see fam, I gotta get home. I ain't seen my kids in 12 years, I'm a changed man. I feel this chance to man up and be a man in myself, free in mind. Know I got shackles on my hands, still I'm free. You ain't free, yes I am. You ain't free, yes I am. Guilty when you arrive, and you'll be guilty when you leave. You ain't free. Feel this chance to man up and be a man in myself, free in mind. Know I got shackles on my hands, still I'm free.
Feeling left out, facing up and down my soul, feeling stressed out. I got some bridges are falling, I gotta get out the way. My heart is journeying for freedom, my soul is feeling the pain. The time is running out fast, we need to look for a change. I didn't know that the violence was the cause of the change. If I was still in the streets, that power would have been dead. I should have listened to what my dad said. I should have never let my anger turn into a time bomb. Man, 15 to 30 was given as an outcome. Now my mission is to make it home. And, like that,
Okay. I'm so honored to co-host with Naomi today. I first met Naomi 5 years ago or so, and I knew her as an inmate, as a participant in our program. Since then, I've really come to know her as a fully, more as a human being. I've come to know her as a mother and a grandmother and a great-grandmother. I've come to know her more fully as a musician and a storyteller and an artist. And I get to know her as a coworker and a friend. So you get to meet her tonight as well. And you're in for a real treat. Thanks for joining us, Naomi.
Oh, well, thank you for having me. And thank you all for coming. This is really just going to be amazing for those that are on the inside when they just, find out how much support that they're getting on the outside. I was introduced to Shining Light in 2016. I was at Muncie State Correctional Facility. And I'm telling you, when they brought their program in, they literally set the stage up. I mean, they put up this big stage and we did just so many different things. And it was just so rewarding. And I have not spoken with anyone that has not said that they have gotten something out of Shining Light. So I am just really happy to be on board and be with this family now.
Our goal is to not only entertain and inspire, but really to have an experience where we can grow in empathy and gain a deeper understanding of those who are incarcerated. The real hearts and minds of the real people who are inside. As a reminder, this video that we're watching was created for those on the inside. It's created to help transport them out of prison, if only in their minds, if only for a few moments. We have a chance to enter into that space. and to try to understand that. Naomi, can you help us understand sort of the space of prison? What is that space like when this program comes in?
Right. Well, first, I'm going to say that anytime you just hear the name Shining Light, really a light just shines in your heart, basically. If you can just imagine what it's like on the inside, perhaps maybe I'll just give you a visual. Take your bathroom, and that's probably the smallest room in your house, minus the bathtub. And don't forget, lock the door. It's a different feeling when you're locked in and when you can just open the door when you feel like it. And so they're in this little space for 23 hours out of a day. And sometimes with perhaps maybe a roommate that they're not compatible with, but be the rules that your roommate get along or not get along. So just to be confined in that little small area 23 hours out of a day can really be just mind-boggling, upsetting, discouraging, so many things. But now the good news comes to know that Shining Light is presenting a program on the TV channel. This is really going to just uplift so many people's spirits because, you know, they love Shining Light. So, you know, I'm really happy for them. I'm happy for them that something good is coming their way.
Great. Well, we'll continue on with the show of what we'll be seeing inside.
Reaching out. Prison. Everyone has their own view of what prison is really like, but who really knows? A large metal door closed behind me with a harsh bang. The keys clicking in the lock. The sharp popping sound of the guard's footsteps. Whoever said silence is golden was probably never locked away in the soundproof tomb of concrete and steel. All I have here is my mind, and it can be creative. I get up off my bunk and pace the floor, thinking, wondering, trying not to let the frustration get the best of me. The bitterness and confusion that eats my soul, so deep and so heavy. The pressure built within can only hold so much. It needs release. Struggling from day to day, what my day will bring me. I strain to hear the birds sing outside the windows, a beautiful sound. I eat my breakfast out of boredom, then hunger, a hunger that food cannot digest. Hatred, negativity, and confusion, like being shot by a poisoned arrow. Tomorrow may be too late to pray, to confess, and be blessed. Behind these walls, our love is not assured. Now is the moment for prayer to blossom and entwine. I cannot hide from my inner feelings and thoughts, emotions. Time wears on you. I'm trying hard to find myself today to day. Find what my life needs, what I need in my life. 32 years it took. How many more years can I do? I'm only a lifer from day to day.
As soon as the sun descended below the horizon, in the dusk I began to roam. Then heavy darkness fell, and suddenly a dark, cold cell became my home. Just as the splendid warm rays of the sun can be blocked by close clouds and violent precipitation, a sense of self-worth and personal achievement can be hindered by the gloom of incarceration. Exhausted from the anguish of regret, desperately I desired a peace of mind. Emotionally broken by the sledgehammer of guilt, any sense of true comfort is difficult to find. Faced with the hopelessness of the circumstance, bitterly I cried, why do they keep overlooking the fact that I was mistakenly identified? Lost in my sorrow, I was like a fishing boat caught in the murky fog. If not for the powerful beam of the lighthouse, I would have remained in the dark and dangerously continued on. The very moment God created heaven and earth, darkness was right there too. God used it as the portal by which let there be light could shine through. Evil men remain in the darkness and choose to ignore the light. Good men carry their torches and help guide others through the night. Called out of darkness and into the marvelous light, I shouted for joy like a blind man receiving sight, receiving the gift of holy vision. Clearly now I'm able to see. Growth and maturity is possible despite physical freedom being taken from me. As the years passed by, I grew like an oak tree, rooted in good soil, built a pillar to honor that I would never again return to the unforgivable ground I once toiled. Wisely, I changed course like a supercargo ship captain navigating the high seas of life, carefully protecting his precious crew from treacherous waters and strife. Faithfully committed I became to the journey of reaching the top of the Mount Everest of freedom. I ascended steep slopes like a skilled climber and overcame obstacles with understanding and wisdom, promising to keep the faith and obtain the goal I earnestly seek, to walk out of prison a free man, hug my mother, and proudly stand on the mountain's highest peak.
Walking all alone down these dusty roads, memories littered about, thrown away carelessly, constantly resurfacing just when I thought the way was clear. What I wish you knew, lying here dreaming of a better future. What I wish you knew, my loyalty of heart, strength of spirit. What I wish you knew, but you're too blind to see all of me, shining bright as the sun on a cloudless day. Words were spoken, meant to forever build a bridge between us. Now they tear us apart, quicker than a starved lion feasting on freshly caught prey. What I wish you knew, when the truth is staring you in the face. What I wish you knew, if only you'd remove the blinders the world has cemented to your eyes. What I wish you knew, if you'd take the time to listen, opening your senses to the truth. Realities of life come crashing down on you, creating a forgotten spell stronger than any truth not yet spoken. Fear holding you back, uncomfortable in the unknown, letting the lies keep you stuck in the world you know. What I wish you knew. I'm standing before you, heart laid bare. What I wish you knew, truth being told, as foreign to you as the depths of the ocean are to a bee. What I wish you knew could bring healing to your life, if only you'd stop resisting and allow it. Courage is needed to push through the haze of the world around you. Weakness is your virtue, the path of least resistance. Confrontation is avoided at all costs, this being the path you followed always. What I wish you knew is a different way, a way that heals. What I wish you knew is a better way, a way that brings joy. What I wish you knew is a timeless way, a way that inspires hope.
not all hope is lost. There is a brighter tomorrow if you just hold on through that darkness. Like there's a light at the end.
So I'm thinking about these pieces being written in that space that you described. It's a lot to unpack. There's real pain, and there's honesty about the pain and the darkness, the suffering, but then there's also hope and talk of freedom and change and growth and loving others. And I remember the first time I met you, Naomi, the first time I walked into the state prison where you and Rachel, who just wrote that last piece. I remember meeting people like you and thinking, how is this possible that in such a dark space, oppressive space, there can be freedom and joy and laughter and purpose and things like that. So can you help us understand that? Because it's real.
It is real. And, basically wherever you go, you take yourself. So these people, majority of the people that are on the inside, they are really just good people, good, loving people. We're families in there. We love each other. We tell our darkest secrets to each other. They're good people. Good people. So when you're a good person, you take yourself wherever you go. So you're good on the inside because that's who you are. You made a mistake, but that is who you are. They're good people, very good people. And I'm just so glad that, some of their arts are being displayed tonight so that people can just, see what is inside of the hearts of men and women on the inside.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so true. And that's, it's such a great reminder because they're good people. But yet even the best of, I just can only imagine being in chronic isolation and negativity and oppression. That has to take a toll on even the best people, mental health and all of that. So how do you stay in a positive frame of mind in a space like that?
Right. And it really does, take a toll on one's mind. But we have choices. We make choices. Even on the inside, we make choices. And that could be a choice of, do I want to make my bed hard or do I want to make my bed soft? And most people would rather sleep in a soft bed. So it is better to just do what you know that you need to do for yourself so that you can do the time. That saying, don't let the time do you, but do the time. And so most people, that have good sense, they're going to apply their times, in a positive way so that their time is not as hard as it really is.
That leads us really well into this next segment. We have a number of people who were leaders inside in their communities, just like you, and spent their time giving to others and pouring into others and supporting others in their community. And now they've been released and they're out in society and doing well and still looking for ways to keep encouraging those on the inside. So the next series starts with messages from them.
Greetings and hello. I wanted to give a shout out to all the men and women on the other side. My name is Jericho, and I'm here to give you a few encouraging words as you prepare to watch the Creations of a Caged Bird video, Volume 2. I was released roughly 6 months ago from being incarcerated, and during my time, I endured some of the same stresses, struggles, and hardship that you guys may be facing. I also had the opportunity to connect with some good people along with Shining Lights who helped me entertain the idea that I could do great things for myself. And based off those experiences, I started to meditate, self-reflect, and put a plan together for my release. And once I was released, I actively continued to pursue those goals, and I'm doing very well for myself. I'm employed, and I'm grinding every day and staying out the way. And I just wanted to let you guys know that you could do the same. Always keep hope alive. Never stop dreaming. never stop thinking or believing in yourself, because sometimes we have to build our own pathway to success, and it's very possible. But I want you guys to know that you are loved, and we thinking about you, and we rooting for you. And with that, have a blessed day and enjoy.
Hi, my name is Kurt Danish, and my life has changed dramatically over the past 8 months. On July 15th, I was released from the Pennsylvania Department of Corrections after serving 24 years of incarceration. I'm now living in my own apartment, I'm engaged to my high school sweetheart, and I'm working as a peer support specialist, a skill I acquired on the inside. There were many times during the past 24 years that I never believed I'd make it out. I don't need to tell you that prison is a dark and lonely place, but it can also be a trading academy for the rest of your life. An old head once told me that you're only incarcerated if you allow yourself to be. That instead of a prison, you can turn it into a college, a gym, and a monastery. That your time in prison is wasted if you don't leave stronger mentally, physically, and spiritually. I'm here to tell you that old head knew what he was talking about. Since I've been out, I never once looked back on my time in prison and wished I watched more TV, played more sports, or spent more time than I did in the hole. Instead, I rely upon these skills I gained from school, programs, and self-study every day out here. All those hours I spent in the library, education building, and the chapel are paying off. It may seem like your release day is far off or not yet a reality, but trust me when I say your day will come. The system is changing, and people's perspectives of prisoners is changing. The only question that remains is whether you are. If you haven't yet taken that first step, sign up for Shining Light. It changed and continues to change my life. In closing, I want you all to know that there are plenty of people out here who sincerely care about you and are fighting like mad to make positive changes in our system. Continue to feed your own hope and your faith. And if you have a little energy left, try feeding the hope of the man or woman beside you. God bless and stay safe.
What's up, everybody? My name is Lee Horton.
And my name is Dennis Horton.
Most people refer to us as the Horton brothers.
28 years ago, we were arrested, convicted, and sentenced to life for a murder we did not commit.
We never gave up hope. Even when people told us we would die in prison, we continued to fight. And now look at us. We're free.
So we want to encourage you to continue pursuing your goals, even when people may doubt you.
Never give up hope. Anything worth having is worth fighting for. And that's from the Horton brothers.
As I look forward to a new life of coping, well, how many years did I lose my hope in? This ain't no joke, man. Pop was chasing the dope man. I was just a young youth. I didn't understand why everybody had a daddy around. I grew up searching for a father's love. My mama did her best with strength from above. I took to the streets selling drugs, playing with guns, no longer fun. I lived life on the run, bullets flying. Oh God, keep me from dying. I am tired of crying. I am tired of crying. I am tired of crying. The progression of the demon started smoking weed before I knew it turned to feeding. Sipping the white little power, little knowing it devoured my money, my power, my hope to exist consumed. My dreams went boom, no longer in homeroom. I started as a freshman, varsity ball, till anger got the best of me. I shoved the coach and I was gone. I stayed medicating my pain using the cane. Before I knew it, I was raising, chasing, catching cases. Out of desperation, I tried different places. I was going insane. And the sad part about it was that there's no one to blame. Now I found myself surrounded by walls because I thought I was boss standing up to the law. I chose my destiny. God even blessed me. But now it's time to leave the past behind because it's time. It's time for me to shine. I feel it's time for me to shine. I'll leave the past behind, elevating the mind. I reach new heights and leave this life of crime. This life of mine will forever be a part of me. So pardon me as I move on toward my degree. It's up to me to erase what I've created, to rewrite new chapters and show that I've made it. For today, I proudly proclaim I am no longer the same. No more heartache and pain, no more lies to justify and persons to blame, stories told to satisfy the ego masks portray that I am bold. I won't cry no more.
The weakest moment is a defining moment. Will you give in to that weak moment and see only what's in front of you? Or will you give everything to God and believe that there's something more than what you can see? Melissa Chardon.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, in a broken world, in whom shall I trust?
Awakening from a deep sleep, oh yeah, proud to be born a black sheep, Lord. God my steps out of the dark, help me light up the spark. I walk, I crawl, I rise, I fall. There's so much at stake, don't wanna make another mistake. But just like a dream, it ended up with a scream. Life becomes death, and death is near. Well, the ultimate enemy is nothing but fear. We live under a flame, only have ourselves to blame.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, heart and soul alone, in the Lord I dream.
There's nothing like violence, so much caught in the silence, stripped of our innocence. Nothing has been the same since, as though my tears are gone while all of my senses are on. The fight never stops, hurtful words cut deep like shots. Now people draw lines in the mind confines, but God's soldiers are real. Human angels are healed, since angels fall before the rise. Fire burns through their cries, while demons rise before the fall. Angels stand in the angels
fall before the rise. Fire burns through their cries, while demons rise before the fall. Angels sent to make the final call.
Life will make mistakes, we grow when we admit it. But mistakes can cost your life, so be careful with it. There are some mistakes that you cannot come back from. There are some mistakes that you cannot come back from. So embrace your sin before you step inside a coffin. Closing your eyes, sleeping forever in all of those lies. Find a way to keep it real, so one day you can heal. Believe in who you are, and someday you will go far. Do not worry what they say, they were never even right anyway. Only God knows where you have been. Do not compare yourself or your life to other men. Only God knows where you have been.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Satan, disguiser of light, never can you trust. Ashes
Sometimes the
to
consequence
ashes,
is so overwhelming, it makes you not want to get back up.
there was no kind of life
It's just at that moment when you feel like you can't take it anymore, but you gotta get back up. Try one more time. Cause it's that one more time that could be the difference between living or dying, surviving or thriving. Gotta get up, be the difference. Now rise, surprise. Without the darkness, there will be no sunrise. Without the darkness, there will be no sunrise. Between living or dying, surviving or thriving. Gotta get up, be the difference. Now rise, surprise. Without the darkness, there will be no sunrise. Without the darkness, there will be no sunrise. Between living or dying, surviving or thriving. Gotta get up, be the difference. Now rise, surprise. Without the darkness, there will be no sunrise. Without the darkness, there will be no sunrise. Between living or dying, surviving or thriving. Gotta get up, be the difference. Now rise, surprise. Without the darkness, there will be no sunrise. Without the darkness, there will be no sunrise.
So a lot of the pieces, like the one we just saw, are focused on hope for now, hope in this moment. Maybe coming to terms with the past, but really looking at making the most of now. And some other pieces, like the one before that and a few coming up, are looking at the future. So let's talk about the future for a second, for those who are incarcerated. Statistically, 95% of those who are in prisons and jails will be returning to society. Naomi, that was you, and you have helped so many others walk through that process. So what is the most nerve-wracking part of getting back into society?
Well, Kelly, the most nerve-wracking part of re-entering is that you don't know who is not going to, accept you for who you are. A lot of times, our past really just, predicts to some people what our future is, but our past does not define who we are today. And, it's hard when you're looking for a job, they find out that you have a criminal background, they don't want to hire you. You can go out for housing and they find out that you have a criminal background, they don't want you in their buildings. So, sometimes people are a little judgmental because they just don't really, know who we really are and that we're people and we're good people. We just need a chance.
Right. And I know, and I've heard how much support on the outside makes a difference. Can you speak to that?
Yes, support really means everything. If you don't have that support, I'm telling you, if I didn't have the support of my son and, friends that, had remained my friends when I was on the inside, I don't know where I would be. I used to wonder sometimes when I was on the inside how people just kept coming back to prison. And I was like, why can't they stay out? And if, they let me out, I'll show them how to stay out, just thinking to myself. But then, when I came home, I had to just ask God to forgive me for even thinking like that, because I see why people were coming back, because they have nothing out here for them, and so, it's really hard. You need that support. So now God blessed me once again, he shows favor. And the Lieutenant Governor of Pennsylvania, John Fetterman, he really fought for my commutation. And I'm so thankful for that. Because had it not been for this man helping me, I would have died in prison, and I know that. But not only did he help, bring me home, but he also created a job for me. So I am a commutation specialist, and it is just something that it seems like it must have been in the cards, because I love people, and it breaks my heart that I had to leave them behind, and I wanted to always be able to be in touch. So now God blesses that I'm helping them fill out their commutation applications, and I can talk to them on the phone and even visit when the prisons are open. And so I'm blessed.
Yeah, that's great. You mentioned the Lieutenant Governor, and that leads us next. Lieutenant Governor actually took a few minutes out to record his own message of encouragement to those inside. And so we'll just move on. We'll get to that.
Hi, this is Lieutenant Governor John Fetterman, and I just want to give my absolute utmost support to the Shining Light Foundation for what you represent is what I represent and try to promote. Naomi is one of the greatest examples of humanity that I've ever encountered, and if I did nothing else during my time as Lieutenant Governor or in public service was help bring her home, I would be fine with that. Don't give up, keep hopeful. Pennsylvania believes in a second chance, and we're just getting started.
Excuse me. I don't know you, but I can't help but notice the way you treat me or speak to me, or the reaction you get when you see me. And I'm just asking myself, why do you hate me so much? You don't even know me. I get it. It's my past, right? It's what I did to put me in that prison. I understand your fear towards me, your questions. And now you want to judge me, hate me, hurt me. You even blame me for your own prison, for whatever happened in your past. But that's just what it is. The past. What I wish you knew is who I am today. A changed man who doesn't want to be confined to or defined by his past. A man who spent years forgiving himself, even if the people he hurt already forgave him. Yes, I was in a dark place, and for years I scratched the surface to finally reach the light. Why do I still have to be condemned or be considered an outcast like the monster of Frankenstein? Why must you be the judge and jury of my life? Why do I need to fear for my future when right now I'm only focused on giving back? That's right. I'm more afraid of you than you are of me. I'm not sure if you would let me live my changed life when I'm trying to move forward. See, you don't know me. You only know what you've read. An impersonal account of my past. But hasn't your past changed you? And I accept you as you are now, don't I? So why is it impossible for you to believe that other people can change? I'm going to live. Through your judgment, through your hate, your fear and blame, you need to work that out. We all can move on from our past and bring our best to the present. And what I wish you knew is who I am right here, right now, right this second. A masterpiece and a work in progress.
This ordeal is like a maze, but with God. There's hope in hardships of life, period. There are seasons of blessings. The generational nature of vision. We were born to do something in life that leaves nutrients for the seeds of the next generation to take root in and grow. Like a calendar year, our lives have 4 seasons, and those seasons must come to pass. Number 1, the first season is birth and dependency. All of us go through this season in which we must rely totally on outside help, particularly our families, for survival. We need to be taught and trained in what is right and wrong and what is important in life. Number 2, this season 2 is one of independence, in which we capture what we were born to do. We no longer depend on other people to give us a vision of life or to help us survive. We focus in our own goals. We depend primarily on God, yet we rely on help of other people to provide the resources that will enable us to live out our dreams. Number 3, the third season is interdependence. In this stage, we have become so free in our visions that we can give up our dreams to other people. We can now pass on our vision to the next generation. Now the breakthrough has come. God spoke and said, jump. Kangaroo. predisposition, prejudice lost in a kangaroo court, where the verdict is decided before the person is even tried to jump to a conclusion. Australia. Moving into destiny. The final season is death, where our lives become the nourishment for other people's dreams in the next generation. If people can't receive life from the legacy you leave when you die, then you really didn't live effectively. People should be able to flourish on the fruit of the vision you leave behind on earth. Make your life on earth count for yourself and others. Ecclesiastes, 3rd chapter, 1st verse. There's a time for everything and a season for every activity under heaven, which I don't want my tombstone to speak for me, that I may leave a legacy. Now I will jump into my destiny to see what God has for me. Amen. Calvin W.
Welcome to the Rock Radio Podcast. Tonight's episode, Hope and Hardship. We'll hear from our broadcasters Roger Pride and Tom Downer. We'll also meet Will Hope and Constant Hardship in the ring and their trainers JC and Lou Cypher. Let's get started.
The stage is set for tonight's showdown between Will Hope and Constant Hardship. Folks, I have no idea why Will Hope is choosing this fight. He's going to get clobbered. Let's go to the locker room and talk to the fighters. Take it away, Downer.
Well, I'm here with Will Hope. Will, brother, the whole world is wondering, why did you take this fight?
Well, I prepared my entire career to be the best. I knew it was only a matter of time before I fight the best. That moment is here, and I plan on winning. My goal is to be champion, and hardship is standing in the way. Well, you are confident, but you are undersized and lack experience. Don't forget to pray before you head out, because you're going to need it. Back to you, Pride. Folks, don't go too far from this screen. This should be an easy night for Hardship. He's a man who does not know what it means to lose. Let's go back to Downer for a one-on-one with Hardship.
That shadow is Constant Hardship hovering above. He maimed Billy Dreamer in his most recent fight and crushed the spirit out of so many more over the course of his career. Mr. Hardship, what's your game plan, brother? Win. All I do is win. I cannot accept anything else. Come on, man. I'm upset my trainer Lou even made this fight. It's a joke. But I tell you what, though, I'ma laugh all the way to the bank.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fight you've been waiting for. It's Hope versus Hardship. It's time to get busy! The challenger, 4'0" in the weight of a soggy diaper with a little bit of faith. His record is slim, 12 wins, 2 knockouts, 1 no decision, and 0 losses. Coming to us from Kalamazoo, Michigan, this is Will the Mustard Seed Hope! Mustard Seed is stepping into the ring now, folks, with his trainers JC and Dunamos. He looks ready for battle. JC is right there in his ear and maybe even his heart. Dunamos is rubbing Hope's arms. It almost looks like he's trying to funnel his strength into the fighter. And here comes the champion, weighing the load of despair and depression, as tall as a mountain of regret, pain, and suffering. Hardship has more wins than we can count. All knockouts and no defeats. All the way from Babylon, New York it is. Constant, solid as a rock, Hardship! Hardship swaggers into the ring. He looks full of himself. His trainer Lou Cypher is pointing at Hope and laughing, taunting that young fighter. Okay, I can see the referee talking to the fighters. It looks like Hardship is saying something. Let's zoom in and see if I can pick that up. Are you ready to meet your maker? That would put a question in my head for sure. The fighters are returning to their corners. Hardship is laughing and doing his crushing 1-2 combo. Hope sure has slowed down. He lost a bit of that pre-fight jump. Hope's trainers are right beside him. We've mic'd up JC. Let's listen in.
You ready for this, kid? He can't defeat you. Imagine yourself victorious. Ignore everything around you and focus on what's inside. Your opponent has underestimated you. Now take it to him.
Okay, folks, here we go. Round 1. Hope is moving forward. He looks a little tentative. He feints left and paws a quick jab. Hope looks shook, folks. Hardship is smiling now. He's inching closer. Hardship wasn't fazed by that jab. Looking to load up and land that overhand right. Hope nimbly moves out of the way. This is a match between a bull and a matador. Hardship is stalking his prey. Hardship has Hope trapped in the corner. He's pummeling Hope with a barrage of punches. Hope escapes. He broke free from that corner. Ha! I can't believe he made it out of that one. Oh, Hardship lands that massive right. Hope is stunned. His entire body is shaking.
I'm going down. No. 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 I can take this and more. We came to win. We are not going out like this. Smile. I just took his best shot. And I'm still standing.
I can't believe this, folks. He's still standing. So many went down from that punch. Hope is one tough cookie. Hope bounces around, flicking the jab. I'll give him credit. This kid is lightning fast. He peppers Hardship with that annoying jab. That smile has left Hardship and he looks angry. It's so dangerous to fight angry. You forget your game plan, you lose control. Wow. Hardship is throwing punches in bunches, but just keeps missing Hope. That's the end of round 1. Let's go back to our JC mic to hear the corner talk.
Come on, kid. Snap out of it. Take 3 deep breaths. You're looking good. Nobody thought you'd make it this far, but here you are, ready for more. Leave it all in the ring. You can do it. Dunamos did a good job getting you strong and ready to release your power shot. Remember, the knockout punch is the one they can't see.
Round 2 is underway. Hardship is sweating hard and swinging wildly. Hope is as cool as a cucumber. Hope slips a jab. Another one. Another one. Oh! Oh! Hardship unleashed. A low blow. Oh, my. Hope goes down hard. The referee directs Hardship to his corner. Now he's checking on Hope. Hope is down, folks. And I don't think he'll get up. Hardship and Lou Cypher are laughing it up. It looks like they planned that low blow. If Hope can't go on, Hardship is disqualified, but he'll keep the belt. Hope's trainers are banging on the canvas, yelling to him to get up. The entire crowd is chanting for Hope.
He did that.
because he's afraid. Now get up and close the show.
He's up, folks. I can't believe that Hope is up. The ref signals for the fight to continue. Hope looks a little wobbly, but he's shaking off that low blow from Hardship. Hope looks ready to go. He's smiling. How is he smiling? Folks, this is one determined fighter. Hope and Hardship square off. Hope is really going at Hardship. This is a completely different battle now. Hope is pressing Hardship all over the ring. Hardship is stumbling and tripping over his own feet. Hope connects with a left hook to the body, and a right hook, another left, a right. There's a 6-punch flurry. Hardship can't get out of the way fast enough. Oh my! Hope connects with a big uppercut. Hardship lands flat on his back. That punch lifted up that mountain and dropped it hard. Hardship is not getting up. The ref is counting. 8, 9, 10. That's it! The fight is over! Hope just KO'd Hardship! This is one impressive win for the mustard seed. Let's send it over to Downer. Hope, you're the new champ. How'd you do it? I believed. JC prepared me for this moment. I felt like he was there in the ring with me. I tuned out all the negative thoughts and comments. I found strength in the midst of adversity to accomplish my task and fulfill my purpose. This was more than just a fight. This was a test of will, a strength, and faith. I think I passed. I would like to dedicate this fight to all those that are in a hopeless situation. Believe. Do not quit. No matter what you're going through, fight! And you'll be surprised what you can accomplish.
The talent on this project is just enormous. We're so humbled and honored to have the talent from inside and outside working on this project. I won't take the time to do all the thank yous. That'll come with credits at the end. And again, check out the playbill to learn more about the people working on the project. What I do want to take time for is just to say, again, thank you for showing up and for showing that you care and taking the time to be here. Showing up means so much. We talk about presence at Shining Light so all the time, and showing up with yourself is the biggest deal. So thank you for that. As Jeff said in the very beginning, this is just one of the ways that we have shifted our programming to respond to the pandemic. And we intend to keep doing this because we've realized that as we've shifted to using more video technology and corresponding through the mail, we're able to reach a lot more people, literally anywhere, and connect with them in this kind of community, of positive community. And we have opportunities to keep that going. We have new opportunities in new states coming all the time. The thing that limits us, of course, is funding. So I just want to say that, just put that out there, that's something that holds us back from doing more. If you're inspired and have the means to give and to help support this work to happen, please visit our website at some point to make a donation and help us do this more. Finally, we've got one more song coming up and then our closing credits, but enjoy this last song.
And thank you all for coming.
And the reason I brought up, Take Six and Boys to Men was a couple of the, my conversations. I was really thinking, because you wrote this in the 90s, to lean back into that era a little bit. How would you feel about that?
Hey, I'm loving it. Yeah, I'm loving it. Yeah. Chaps at Blackstreet.
1, 2, 3.
Passing through on my way to somewhere, I came upon this place that took my breath and my strength away. There I was at the summit. I knew that I had crossed into the horizon, drifting off in a dream. Unafraid I inquired, why am I here? Just open up your mind, lay back, and let's get with the real. 'Cause my brother, what you'll find is you're doing time. Just in a voice only I could hear, so familiar. I knew I'd heard it before, as he replied, my child, free from all your misery, now life can begin. Just open up your mind, lay back, and let's get with the real. 'Cause my brother, what you'll find is you're doing time. I thought I saw you in a dream before. I heard your voice as you opened the door. There's no need to hurt anymore. To end time in heaven. You freed me from my earthly misery. Came into my life, you set my soul free. You are the light and now I can see. I'm doing time in heaven.
Yeah. And now you're doing your time behind heaven's gates. Beautiful skies, you left us soon due to early fate. All white clothes like the concert we did, you wore the shades. The sun ray banned from reality, clouds are heavyweight. The days can be so dark, but I seen you in a dream. You told me keep moving forward no matter how it seems. You told me chin up, chest out, make history. I got my ear to the sky, I'm always listening. Free my mind to the thought of really knowing that you're free. Your angel wings when I'm falling will always capture me. This is a celebration, I had to remind the Reverend. You're free from the land of worries, now you're doing your time in heaven, R.I.P.
Just open up in your mind, lay back, and let's get with the real. 'Cause my brother, what you'll find is you're doing time in heaven. Just open up in your mind, lay back, and don't fear what you feel. 'Cause my brother, what you'll find is you're doing time in heaven. Doing time in heaven. Doing time in heaven. Doing time in heaven. Doing time in heaven.
I thought I saw you in a dream before.
just finished filming our final day of Hope and Hardship.
It's been so thrilling, one, and fulfilling to bring this work to life, Leonard.
Is this going to be part of our B-roll?
Yes.
I would love to get me in. Oh, reach me.
Reach. Amazing.